Hi everyone, it is LALA Live on Sprout Sunday. I need to stop fidgeting with the back of my phone because I'm sure this microphone will pick that up, and because the back of this phone, it's magnetic, so it's pretty loud. So like I'm sure that like it's definitely getting picked up because it's about as loud, if not louder, than my keyboard. So I'm like, I need to stop fidgeting with it because it's going to be loud, obnoxious, and so annoying. So we don't need that in the background of everything. Like, it just, yeah. So let's see. I'm tweaking just a couple settings here. Oh, oops, that's not a setting I meant to adjust. Okay, there we go. Show pronouns. I don't think most people have their pronouns shown, and we want to show badges. Okay. Cool. All right. So, with today, some of the things that I would like to do, one of them is, Boba needs some fun glasses. That is just, it is going to be a necessary thing. Oh, I'm also not even dressed like Boba. Hold up. Here we go. Now I'm Boba. Okay. Now that I'm properly dressed as Boba, we could continue. I want to get her the glasses for the current event. Gotta have that spring event and all the different glasses, because the spring event this year has so many different glasses, and the spring event is happening in Gridania. So if you go to Makeko's Amphitheater, you'll be able to participate in the event yourself, so long as you're level 15 or higher. I'm not 100% sure if the solo instance requires you to have the initial dungeons completed too, like what we saw with the Valenciones, but for sure you do have to be level 15 and progress so far. Another thing I want to do is I want to unlock Frontline for her, because we should get that unlocked and everything, because she is a white mage. She can do Frontline now. Now, I will say I haven't really done Frontline with a white mage before, so it's bound to be completely total chaos if we do happen to have time to get to a Frontline. But I am going to go through the cutscenes. I will say I am not 100% new to the event quest this year, because I did do them on my Viera, but I did skip the cutscenes. So the cutscenes, it's going to be fresh for me seeing all these cutscenes, because I made sure not to watch stuff on TikTok or anything like that. I wanted it to be completely and totally fresh for me. So let's take a look here. So we have Of Wheats and Whimsy is the starting quest for all of this year, and we have a stylish dreamer is smiling at you. Already your day has improved. That's so cute. And we will get a couple different things here. So you get an actual headpiece, but then you also get the faces we wear version of it, which is what you can equip here on your gear, as opposed to having to completely replace your headpiece. And these should be, yes, pretty or party eggy glasses. So they are the exact same pieces. It's just one replaces your helmet and the other one does not. So if you want to wear a hat, you can still wear a hat with this. You just don't have to. Come one, come all, for the happy season of hatching tide is upon us once more. And I can either say, a pleasure to meet you, or what an excellent season it is. I'm gonna go the punny route, even though I don't think Boba has had the pleasure of meeting this NPC. Uh, I mean, like my main character, I was like, okay, she's probably met her. But my alt here probably hasn't. But what an excellent season. Huh. I sense a kindred spirit in you, my friend. One that appreciates the exquisite bounties of springtime. My name is Julie Aliapo, and it is an honor to make your acquaintance. Okay, so that part of the dialogue I did actually see on my Viera. Because when I was doing this, I was doing a test stream and I was chatting. And I was right. This character has not met her because she obviously with her response here, she's acting like this is our first meeting. The dialogue is different if you actually have met her. She says something along the lines of, "Oh, I'm so glad you remember me." So there is that fun little difference in dialogue, and I do love when they change the dialogue up based upon those things. Why is my character's mouth, my VTuber's mouth is not wanting to move? Move, VTuber mouth. Hello. Hello, 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 welcome. Welcome to the stream and the chat. Great to see you. How are you doing on this fine Sunday, a week before the real world egstivities? I'm over here just working on the wonderful and fantastic event that is happening this season for our egg extravaganzas and working on getting the glasses over here. And this Aliapo is charged with overseeing the festivities here. And she wants to know what my name is because she's never met me before. This is my Sprout alt. Fresh new character that I made just a couple months ago when I first started streaming. Now, she is not my main character. My main character is level 100, has gone through vast majority of the MSQ. She's on like 7.4 or something like that. Boba, allow me to officially welcome you to the celebration of Hatching Tide. This annual event began with a dream I had right before the last calamity, and ever since I've done my utmost to realize the prophecy spoken onto me whenever springtime returns to the realm. This year, I dreamt of marvelous golden eggs rising from... Let me start that again. This year, I dreamt of marvelous golden eggs riding from curious flora. Okay. Curious flora, you say? How curious is this flora? Is this flora going to be attacking me? That's what I want to know. How much flora am I going to have to battle here? Because I've just got a stick. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a stick. I'm not 100% sure if I'm still using a stick or if I upgraded to a staff. As we speak, our dreamers are hiding eggs in the black shroud for participants to lift from the shrubbery. Yes, I am probably going to say that like the Knights of Knee in my Python. The shrubbery. We must bring them a shrubbery. But this time they are hiding eggs from black shroud participants to lift from the shrubbery, thereby enacting my dream. Successful seekers will be awarded with very stylish glasses. Well, that's why I'm here. Yes, the true mighty rod stick. The stick is best. Stick is amazing. Stick can take down all of the things. Let's see, why is... Chat, why are you not showing up in the overlay? Did you get stuck behind something, chat? Let's see. Gonna copy the URL. Show chat show. Okay, that one makes sense as to why it's not showing. I accidentally threw it behind the game, but the other one should be showing. Properties. Let's grab that link. Okay. Ah, I apparently needed to refresh the cache because I was like, why are these chats not showing up on stream? They should be showing because I can see them on my end. OBS, why were you not showing them to everybody else? But there we go. Yeah, because I was like, I'm so excited. I've been so excited this whole month because Twitch finally let us have these on screen. It's for everybody to be able to see. And I'm like, Twitch, why? Why you gotta do this to me? But this time it was OBS. OBS was, I played with too many things in Caster Labs, apparently. But we're all fixed now. Alright. Alright. Mr. Leopold here is like, although no little time has passed since I've had word from dear Nonota, who's... I'm gonna start over. Although no little time has passed since I heard word from dear Nonota, who's organizing the operation, I cannot help but worry something has gone awry. If only I could go and find her myself, but alas, I have duties to attend to here. Like what? Standing around? Like, is there something that is so important that you can't go somewhere else? Like, what? I swear, these NPCs, they're just like, we just want you to do all the work. You tiny 2-foot tall person, take your stick and go take care of all of my problems for me. Like, I can't be bothered. I have ear wiggles to give to people to help cheer them up. That's all Miss Leopold here is telling me. Of course, Boba, perhaps you could be so kind as to seek Nonota out in my stead. My stead or whatever. Of course. Thank you. I hope she's returned to Gridania safely. It would be worth checking the Aetherai Plaza before venturing further afield. She too would be wearing a pair of our thematic glasses. Hers is the shape of a chicken. All right. So she's got some fun glasses. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like in real life, I don't notice people's glasses all that much. So I'm like, I feel like there are going to be a lot of people at the plaza. And then on top of that, it's like, I don't feel like you could just identify someone based upon their glasses. Because I mean, if everyone else was wearing this year's glasses too, like... But at least she's wearing a thematic outfit with it too. And it's hard to tell that those are even chickens. Because like me, she's a tiny little Lalafell, so those glasses aren't that big. Like, I can barely tell. I see a heart, and like, I feel like these look more like Luna's glasses in Harry Potter. Like... Yes, they do. They are pretty colorful, and I do like that the lenses there like seem really extra colorful. Like you could tell that there's like almost like a rainbow effect on them. Like just looking at her hair. Like the middle part, I'm just assuming the middle part is yellow. Like it's hard to tell because her hair is blonde. And I feel like yellow doesn't add a whole lot of color there. But having the green and the red Like, I feel like that's a nice, colorful effect, and having the colorful wings on there, like, I could definitely appreciate these glasses. Like, they look so, so, so cute. And I absolutely love it. But so hard to tell. Oh, whoops. I totally missed a little bit of dialogue there. Let me go back to clicking the event tab here so I can go back to what she said. She's like, my glasses, they're a prize for purpose. I apparently... Hold on. I apparently can't talk very well today. And... really? Come on. Let's see. This is my first time. Whoops. Not what I'm trying to scroll on here. VTube Studio. Hey, good to see you, Night. And thank you for the follow. Glad you can make it. I'm going to... nope, I don't want it to be left mouse button. I need this to be... Nope, apparently not that button. Apparently I'm going to make it that button. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Daris. Okay, apparently Boba doesn't want to turn into an orange cat right now, so just imagine that I am orange cat. That's totally fair, Night. Like, I feel like with the clock app, how it works, like, it pushes videos out at a really weird time, so it's really hard to get when a live is happening. But then on top of that, I feel like the clock app, especially since January, or since the end of January, has been super weird about pushing content and stuff. And like, I've got annoyed with how the clock app has been acting, because it's like, oh, you're in the top 90% of performers for follower sizes that you have. And I'm like, before January, everything was doing much better, and it was showing up so well. But the clock app is like, you're lucky to get 300 views. And, oh, don't worry, I totally get the bun brain. I'll get it. I may be a LALA today, but I have my bunny ears on, and my main character is definitely a bunny. So I totally get the bun brain. And yes, I'm so bummed that I can't show off my orange cat right now. Like, I don't know why that expression just doesn't want to apply in VTube Studio. I'm like, I know it was there. I tested it and everything. But naturally, like, having my fresh Linux stuff going on, like, of course, my stream controller is going to be acting up just a little bit. It looks like even my stream controller app may have actually crashed on me, so that actually could be what's going on as to why I can't get different things to properly pull up. So to give context for that, that's what that little chime must have been earlier, was my stream controller must have crashed. But for context, so like a lot of streamers, I use a Stream Deck for all of my buttons to quickly pull everything up, and with the with the software, it's not compatible with Linux, so I have to use an app called Stream Controller, and it gets a little finicky sometimes. Because like right now, it's like, no, I don't even want to connect. Yes, my brain is very mushy right now. KJ is super, super, super mushy. It totally does get frustrating. Like right now, I'm about to unplug my Stream Deck and replug it in and see if that works. I do apologize if my camera goes a little wonky because my stream controller is right next to my phone, which I use for my camera. So hopefully I don't mess up my VTuber too much by doing that. And I totally, yes, Mikote. So my original character, she actually started off as a Hyur, and then she was a Mikote for a while. Like, for years she was a Mikote. And then she was an Aura very briefly, and then she was a Bun Girl for a long time. And then she was back to, like, she went back and forth between Aura and Vera, and she's been a Vera for a long, long, long time. And totally fair having a long break and everything, because being able to pay for the sub definitely takes, like, it's so annoying to have to pay for a sub, especially if you're like on PS5 or anything like that, where you have to already pay extra just to get online. Fortunately, I'm on PC, so I don't have those extra fees and stuff for playing my games online, but like, I did pay for having online with PS5 there for like a year or something like that, and I canceled that subscription. I was like, I don't want to pay for this. And, oh, that's oh, nice. Glad you don't have to get a PS Plus, because yeah, I was like, especially having to get, like, if you had to get that on top of the subscription, like, no, I would never do that. Oh, yay. Thank you for subscribing, KJ, and sorry that your phone is dying. Definitely get that on a charger. Hopefully you have a quick charger, so that way you can get some juice back in that phone quickly. Because I always hate when my phone's dead. Like, even if I'm not watching something, like, I couldn't, like, not have my phone charged up. And I do like that you're Mikote boy. Like, I feel like male Mikotes are, like, some of the best because ear wiggles. I love their ear wiggles, and especially Raha's ear wiggles. They're so, so cute. And I feel not having enough space. Like, I have 7 retainers total. I was doing 2+4, and now I am 2+5, and I need to cut back. I need to stop keeping as much as what I do. But yes, I definitely don't have enough space with all the crafting and everything like that. Like, ugh. Yes, his ear wiggles. He's so expressive with those ear wiggles. I absolutely love it. Like, he just, like, you can tell when he's embarrassed. Like, you don't even have to look at his face. You could just watch his ears and how they tuck back. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so cute. All right, the quest. The quest. Hey, Lethal, good to see you. Welcome back. Gotta have some Boba time. Boba's gotta get all these glasses. I am horrible about emptying out my retainers every so often. I'm so bad about it. I need to empty out her inventory, or all the retainer inventory, and I'm not very good at remembering to do it every so often. Like, when I feel motivated, I sell a whole bunch of stuff, I get things thrown on the market board, and then it'll be like a few months later, and it's like, oh great, all their inventories are filled back up when I finally can throw more things on the market board. And like, the cycle just continues again. And this Elizin also wants to get the glasses, which totally fair. I mean, he is rocking these shades, but I feel like he also needs these adorable chicken glasses. Oh hey, now that she's in the shade, I could see them much better and could definitely tell that they are much more chicken-like. My inventory isn't quite down to 8 slots, especially on this character. My main character, I do try to keep my regular inventory much more tidy. Now, the other day, we saw that wasn't super tidy. I definitely need to vendor some things and sell some things and all that stuff, but it shouldn't take me all that long to tidy it all up. It's mostly just stuff that I've gotten from my submarines that I need to sell off. Yes, I'm doing hatching tide. And honestly, I love these chicken glasses are so cute. I like the little heart on them. Like, especially not having the sun wash it all out. Ah, so cute. So cute. All right, and this Ellison, he's like, marvelous. I chased a leafy beast and discovered the most fortuitous chicken. But for now, I must away. I look forward to these hatching tide festivities, these springtime delights. Yes, I am so excited to get all of the shades on this character. I have them all on my main character, and the Spriggans are super adorable. One of my friends in my free company, she gets to go to FanFest. I was not so fortunate, but one of her FanFest outfits is going to involve a Spriggan, and I'm so excited to see her show off this outfit because it looks so cute from everything that she's shown me so far. I haven't gotten any of the furniture pieces. I want to get some of the furniture pieces, so I will totally be doing more of it on my main character, but haven't gotten furniture pieces. But I definitely got all the glasses. Yeah, I am totally jealous too, because she gets to go, and several other people in my free company get to go. I got to go last time, wasn't fortunate enough this time, and I was like, I really hope that this time, especially with them being in Anaheim this time instead of doing it in Vegas, I really hope that they plan the venue and space out a little bit better. Like, I had a great time in Vegas, but with the venue that they went with, there were not enough seats for everybody. They ran out of food. Like, at one point before a concert, I got the saddest tiny little pizza from one of the food vendors, and it was kind of miserable. Totally fair with having those retainers holding furniture. I do have retainers, especially the outdoor furniture. There's just not enough storage for me to store my outdoor furniture. And I was kind of bummed when I saw that with the furniture updates that we have coming, outside stuff is not being affected. It's only going to be interior furnitures that they're going to expand the space with being able to expand how large your interior is. But outdoor, you can't store more outdoor stuff. So I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. But at the very least, you can use those island prisms and show off the furniture that you've got on Island Sanctuary, at least. But yes, I really want them to fix. I want them to fix some of that stuff with housing. But and with the last event, I definitely snagged quite a few trees, and I still have those trees sitting in my inventory. That's one of the things that I need to remember which of my retainers has my housing items and throw them there until I get a chance to redo some exterior decorations. Yes, it would be nice if they would do it like Animal Crossing, where you start small and you can improve and expand everything, including yard, but I get it. It's an old system, and it's gonna take them forever to be able to get everything updated, but hopefully they can get it updated and fun for everybody. And more people can get houses, and I mean, I would especially love to see them do improvements with the apartment system. Like, that would be really nice. All right, so Nonota here. She's like, hello, adventurer, and a happy hatching tide to you. How can I be of service? Well, so-and-so, Miss Leopold wanted to make sure that you were back and safe. Okay. Jilly, sit you. I suppose I have been gone a while, but I have been having trouble hiding our eggs in the arena. So Jilly is all the Aleopos are keepers of the moon, and they typically have a lot of H's in their names. Yes, adorable little Boba with her, like, trying to look super adult like my main character does with her hairstyle. But she just looks like a little shorty just trying to look like mama. That would be super nice, especially Crystarium. I so badly want Crystarium housing. That would be absolutely fantastic. As I was working, these tall, thick grasses suddenly sprung forth. I tried to trim them back, but not even my best garden scythe could make the smallest impression. At best, I managed to snip a couple of leaves. Now, I cannot help but worry that our arena is carpeted not by topical brambles, but a variety of leafkin. We can hardly send our egg hunters into a nest of monsters. Oh, what to do? I love how they never know what to do. It's like you are literally talking to an adventurer whose job is to do crap like this, apparently. So, like, why do I have to be the one that says, hey, you know, I'm an adventurer. I could do this. You would help a godsend, truly. Then let us start by gathering information about this particular plant. Though I know adventurers generally prefer to slay monsters first and ask questions later. I mean, fair points. Totally fair. I'm gonna pause for a second while OBS gets caught up on the frame rates here. It's figuring itself out. My mic, I think, is fighting it a little bit for resources and stuff, and it'll be good when I have the new microphone tomorrow. So that way I can have all of that fixed up. I shall heed the botanist's guild. In the meantime, if you could ask around the Caroline canopy regarding the strange specimen, I would greatly appreciate it. Here, take one of the leaves I managed to salvage. Let us reconvene at the Aethery Plaza once we have gathered what information we can. Yes, I think it will be super good when the new microphone comes in. Super, 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 super good. As I said, like, part of me is a little bummed just because I'm like, I do tend to use things until they die, and this one is about 5 years old, but it needs to be replaced. All right. Hello, I almost said sir, but this is a lady. This is definitely a lady. Greetings, adventurer. Have you come seeking a contract? I want to know what you know about this leaf. I have a leaf for you. This leaf, I dare say it comes from some variety of flytrap. I was gonna say, like, I'm just walking up to random people and being like, hey, what do you know about this leaf? Like, I feel like I'm back in middle school doing the leaf tree project where, like, we had to walk around nearby parks and try to get, like, we had a list of different trees that we had to get leaves from. And I feel like this is kind of like this, where I'm picking up a random leaf and I'm looking at my parents and be like, what kind of leaf is this one? What tree did this come from? Because all the trees were too tall. I couldn't reach them. I'm a short person in real life. Not quite as short as Boba, but I'm pretty short. And it's just like, well, I don't know what tree this came from. Yeah, we totally had to do that. And I remember we put it in, like, we had to make, like, a nice binder. And, like, part of our grade was how nice and creative the binder was. And, like, the front of mine had a tree where I had used paint to, I am slightly taller than that. I am 5'4", so not that much taller than that, but I am slightly taller than that. But the front cover of mine, like, I painted a tree branch onto it, and then with stock paper, I'd cut out leaves and glued all of those leaves onto the front cover and everything. And then each individual page, I had a one of those inserts, and then I attached each leaf onto stock paper and like really tried to preserve everything as best I could. Of course, nowadays I have like a nice laminator. I could have laminated it, but I didn't have a good laminator. Well, the weather up here, unfortunately, I don't see on top of the clouds, but I am closer to the clouds. Ever so slightly closer to them, but not much. I think I might feel the raindrops like maybe a half a second earlier. Just maybe. But no raindrops right now. No raindrops, so you're good. You're good right now. We often receive petitions regarding roselets, but I don't believe I've seen leafkin of this particular shade of green. Curious. And I do apologize for the overlay. Caster Labs is working on it. It is on their roadmap for them to bring in any Twitch emotes into the chat settings and all that stuff. But right now, it's only ones that are on 7TV and everything like that. And I am working on getting everything set up with 7TV so that way, like emotes like the one that you, or emotes like what you have, show up in the overlay. I can see them on my end, and I'm sure in Twitch itself you should definitely still be able to see them. But I can still see them. They just don't look like they show up in the overlay that's on screen at the moment. Caster Labs is working on that though. Also, Euler, I did not miss that little froggy wave earlier. Cute little froggy wave. I love that cute little froggy wave. It's so cute. It's so cute. Just a typical plant life flourishes during this season. So do leafkin. I would not be surprised if something aberrant strained had developed in this process. If you require assistance in culling it, do not hesitate to ask. If I need help, honey, the taller version of me is the warrior of light. Who do you think you are talking to? I may not even come up to your hip bone, but ma'am, I'm pretty sure I have a better shot with these things. I don't think I need your help. Thank you. I may only have a stick or a twig, but I'm pretty sure I can handle these things. Welcome to the Caroline Canopy. If there's any way I might be of service, you need only ask. Yes, I'm going to go up to this random server and be like, here we go. Look at this leaf, sir. Look at this. I picked a leaf for you. Can you tell me about it? While I am well versed in the leaves steeped from myriad teas, my knowledge can offer no insight in this particular specimen. My apologies. However, we did have a guest come in search of strained leafkin just moments ago. An elegant gentleman wearing shady spectacles, he introduced himself as an alchemist specializing in the study of wild beasts. While he did seem somewhat eccentric, perhaps an expert of his standing might offer assistance you require. Might offer the assistance you require. It'd help if I actually read the sentences properly. I believe he said he was bound for Old Gridania should you desire to seek him out. Okay, so I could go talk to that guy. Oh, there's that other person. Just over here. Hello. Hey there, beautiful. You looking to hire? I'm good with the lance. Sir, I look like a toddler. I look like a toddler, and you're calling me beautiful. Okay. I have to remind myself that in Eorzea, they do recognize that my character, though she be a short little lolfell, looks like a toddler, they recognize that she is a full-grown adult, but it's still, it feels creepy. It feels so creepy, especially adding in the I'm good with lance. Like, what? What? Like, I really need to level up my rogue at some point because I need the stabby stabs. Like, uh, yes, it's like, with the lore it makes sense, but still, it's like, it's super creepy. And I feel like even as a regular adult, that pickup line was creepy. Like, that was a new level of cringe. Yes, I do agree. All Lalafels need stabby stabs, and I feel like I really wish I had this character a few years ago during the Hatching Tide event because of the Tonberry costume. Because then I'll just dress her up as Tonberry with her stabby stabs, and it would just be all thematic and everything like that. Like, and it'd be really nice if I could glamour the stabby stabs like separately, like you can in World of Warcraft, where one dagger looks one way and another dagger looks the other way. Because then I could glamour one stabby stab to look like a lantern, and the other one would be a kitchen knife, and it would be perfect. Okay, creepy dude here is like, oh, I recognize this. A whole swarm of this leafkin was crowding a little corner of the Black Shroud just the other day. Never seen anything quite like it, so I've tried giving it a poke. See, after the pickup line, I'm like, this just sounds extra weird, man. Like, you gave it a poke? You gave it a poke. I hope it was with the lance that's strapped to your back and not your other one. Like, dude. But would you believe it? The leaves and flowers just kept growing back, easy as you please. Eventually, I just gave up. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's feeling impotent. So that tells me that he was probably over talking his lance skills. Like overhyping himself up, being like, oh yeah, I'll get with the lance. Like, are you, sir? Are you really? That's a good call. That's a good call, Knight. Like, just go Culinarian. Go all Mrs. Hildebrand on him and whack him with the Culinarian frying pan. Like, I keep saying this, but Culinarian for the next tank. Like, hands down. Just get the dual wield frying pans, whack all the things. Like, I don't know that anything would top it out. And yes, Lethal, I do think that dude was overcompensating because he didn't want to feel impotent. He was just like, oh no, oh no. Yes, the almighty cast iron. Totally, I feel like the almighty cast iron would totally win all the fights. So that's why I'm like, Culinarian for tank. I feel like this has to be a thing. And then we could have an alchemist for our next range. It'll just throw potions at everything. Like that's what we need. Alchemist as our next range DPS and Culinarian for tank. I feel like that'd be pretty solid. Like, it'd be awesome if they would give us Goldsmith, but then we'd have to compete with Godfrey, and let's be honest, we cannot compete with that man. Like, we would lose. So maybe they should keep that one, because like even the Warrior of Light cannot compete with him. So like they don't want us to feel impotent ourselves. Carpenter would be a great melee DPS, but since they've came out with so many melee DPSs lately, I do feel like like, as a melee DPS lover, I would say they need to chill with the melee DPS. All right, Nonota, what do we got here? You're back. Perfect timing. According to the folks at the Botanist Guild, the leaf belongs to a type of highly durable leafkin. So durable, in fact, that the pieces you and I possess are, apparently, still very much alive. What did you discover? Oh, Weaver as a healer would be really awesome. Like, you could have like a little healing cocoon and all that stuff, and sew up those stitches, like sew up all those wounds with stitches and everything like that. They'd be magical stitches. Like, I feel like that'd be really cool. So others have been similarly unsuccessful in cutting them back, in which case developing an alternative strategy does seem in order. The alchemist you mentioned seems like a good lead, don't you think? An Ellison with shaded spectacles. Perhaps was that the fellow whom I was speaking to earlier? I do believe so. That was immediately who I thought of because I commented on his glasses and everything, and oh, that person was named Headlow Dance. That's awesome. Sorry. Orange cat moment. But yes, I do think that was the person that No was talking to earlier. Like, he looked like he was dressed like an alchemist, and then he had those really cool shades, and they said he was wearing glasses, so I do think it was that guy. He did say something about chasing a leafy beast after all. Let's head over and see if we can find him. Yeah, it's always fun to see people with fun names. Oh, we've got the lamp, the guy with the brooms brushing off the lamp. And as a painter with a broom on her back, like that's... I think I've seen Biggie Cheeses before too. Like, I feel like they must have been on Alt, or maybe they did actually come all the way over to Crystal or something. Because I've totally feel like I've seen a Biggie Cheeses as well. Like, I've seen quite a few interesting names, particularly on Crystal. I try to, being on Crystal, I try to avoid venues. The last time I went to a venue, like, it was just supposed to be some chill venue. And I mostly went because one of my free company members she was younger, she was naive. She didn't know what she was in for. And, like, being the mama bear that I am, I'm like, you know what? I feel like I have to go just so I can, like, shield you. Like, I have to make sure that you're okay. And so I went with her. And I did properly shield her, but there were still things I'm like, oh no. Like, there was a LALA dressed up as a golden pig that was like, hey, can I interest you in some sausage? And I was like, we need to go. We need to leave. We are leaving immediately. I am not okay with this. Like, I was like, wait, I'm not about this. No. Like, I know some people have a great time at them, and some of them can be like really super chill, and like it's just like going and hanging out with people. But I feel like every time I've had bad luck, because usually I would go on one of my alts, and apparently our Raws are very popular, and she kept attracting the spicy people, and I'm like, I didn't want that level of spicy. Like, I was very creeped out by the levels of spicy. Alright, Ellison dude. Hello. You with the glasses. Hello, sir. Oh ho ho, a fortuitous chicken has found me again. Or the fortuitous chicken has found me again. Along with a lady of adventure. At first, I thought he was talking about me being a fortuitous chicken, but I didn't see Nanoto right behind me. It's like, why am I a chicken? Well, I'm with a lady of adventure. Yes, I am a lady of adventure. Even though I look like I'm about to go to school. Like, I look like I've got Harry Potter glasses, and I've got my Valentino's cardigan. Like, I look like I'm in a school outfit, but I am a lady of adventure. Yes, that sounds like me. Ravenous for leaking large and small. The wayfaring alchemist, Herberin. At your service. Okay, Herberin. What? Why, this is the very leaf I've been pursuing for moons upon moons. Moons upon moons upon moons upon moons. I would say yes, this fellow is the description he got earlier is eccentric. I feel like that fits this guy. That fits him. Does it say if you're seeking assistance in combating misminutes, I'd be happy to help. Yes, I like his coat too. It's a very nice coat. It is a very nice coat. And especially having the extra little lantern there, and then having the pocket for his books. Like, he's got everything he needs attached all to his garber. Like, it's very nice. Very, very, very nice coat. Such a nice coat. I can't remember if that one is technically an alchemist coat or I remember last expansion they came out with one that looked very similar to that. That was for all the crafters, but I feel like that one's an alchemist only one. But with the glam update and everything, of course, if you got alchemist leveled, you may as well wear it on everything. Scientist coat. Okay. Thank you, Lethal. I was like, I'm almost positive. Like, this has to be, like, one of the alchemist ones. Yes, I do like seeing them, or at the very least, if it's something that's, like, easily attainable, like, I need to go through all the ones that I can get with scripts. Because, like, for the longest time, I didn't use the class-specific ones that you could get with crafting and gathering scripts because, well, you couldn't wear them on anything you wanted to. But now, like, there are several ones that are botanist-specific that I'm like, oh, that is so absolutely adorable. I really want to wear that on everything. And you could just get it with scripts. And especially if you do your custom deliveries every week, you can get those really, really fast. So, like, may as well go get them. Oh, good to know about Garland tools. Like, I always forget about Garland tools because I use Teamcraft for so much stuff. And I especially have forgotten about just about everything here lately because, like, I don't have Teamcraft or any of that stuff on my or not on my laptop. I do have it on my laptop. I don't have it on my desktop that's Linux now. Should be interesting. I need to write down that I need to get Teamcraft. Or at least see how I could possibly run it on desktop mode, hopefully, and not have to use it in the browser when I'm on my my desktop. I'm like, well, I definitely have it on my laptop because my laptop, like, it can play Final Fantasy 14 and stuff, and about the only thing I do for my laptop is crafting and gathering stuff, so naturally I need to have Teamcraft on it, but that one is still Windows, so it'll be interesting to try it out with Linux and see how it goes. But definitely good to know about Garland Tools having that built within it. So that way you can look at NPCs and stuff and see, okay, what are they wearing? And I do hope that they start making more custom stuff available. I really wish they would not lock it behind the Mog Station every breaking time. And especially, it ticks me off when they make it a solid outfit that overrides almost everything. Yay, welcome back, KJ! Glad you got some juice on your phone. We're just over here chatting about how much we like this guy's jacket. We like his glamour. And it's a scientist coat. You can find this information out with Garland Tools. And Anota, so the speckled Elizin here knows what kind of plant we're going to be dealing with. And, like, we're asking him for info, and he's basically, like, he's been looking for this plant for moons, and he offered to help us with taking him down. And we're like Nonota here is like, that'd be, or we would very much obliged. Or we would be much obliged. As an alchemist, would you say that some sort of concoction might be effective against this creature? Hey. Listen. Like we were saying, alchemist range DPS. It needs to happen. We can throw concoctions against these creatures. It needs to happen. And then they could kind of like they could be a ranged DPS, but kind of like how Red Mage and Summoner have their reses and stuff like that. Because it's, yes, they could basically be a poisoner, but then they also have the races because they could just throw a potion at the person that's on the ground and be like, get up, you're awake now. Get off the ground. And they might have some weak healing that they could throw at people, but hey, they could throw potions at people and heal them. Like, it could totally be a thing. It'd be an absolutely funny thing to see, but I mean, like funny on par with like with Summoner. Every time I would run Savage as Summoner, with how they timed everything in these fights, Titan always came in at the I always hit Titan in my rotation at the times that people didn't want their vision blocked. It was quite fun because they didn't want to change their anti-glams to make them small. So I feel like playing an Alchemist DPS would be on par with this. But they definitely have to be ranged. Gotta be arranged. Oh, I doubt not your efficacy of my concoctions, little chicken. With this aberrant leaf in his possession, Herberin the Great. Now, oh gosh. He's referring to himself in the third person. Okay. And calling himself the Great. Alright. Alright. That kind of took him down a little bit. Like, took him down a peg for me. Can finally realize his purpose for traveling to the Tweleswood. I've been time traveling too much in Animal Crossing. I almost said he's time traveling. Can finally seize his quarry by stalk and wrestle it into submission. That would be totally awesome for them to do lethal. Like, give them a bunch of dots. Like, I remember when Summoner used to have a bunch of dots and then they took them away from Summoner. And it's like, well, you took away from Summoner so that you could give it to Alchemist. And da-da-da, all the dot damage. It'd be fantastic and amazing. But my enthusiasm overcomes me. You see, as I was poring over Leafkin of this very persuasion, my eyeballs were subjected to quite a piece of mischief. Since then, they burned like all 7 hells if exposed to sunlight, wind, or most anything. Yes, Alchemist totally should be like old Summoner. But instead of summon, you mix up the ingredients and then you throw them. Poison all the baddies. And you have all these different poisons that you could throw at them to maintain your different dots. And some of them can be like explosives that you throw at them and like all kinds of fun mischief. Like just imagine tiny little Boba doing this. Like it'd be absolutely fantastic and hilarious. I would love it so much. So long as I wear these tinted lenses. Oh my god. Okay, maybe eccentric wasn't quite the word for this guy. He is definitely extra, very, very extra. Explosions, buffs, debuffs, poisons. Yes, yes, that'd be awesome. Like it would be something that's new for Final Fantasy, but like it would kind of have like, ooh, could you imagine if it was with your buffs and debuffs and stuff, it kind of worked a little bit like Time Mage where some of those poisons would slow things down and some of the buffs, like you throw a potion at somebody and it would have haste and everything. Like, I feel like, yep, Alchemist totally needs to be a battle job. And so long as this guy wears his tinted lenses, I can remain upright and free of blinding pain and nausea for several bells at a time. Okay. Okay. So, That's why he wasn't being extra. He's just explaining why he's wearing the tinted lenses. Like he apparently was getting sick and everything. Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair, dude. That is totally fair. As someone who gets migraines a lot, I get it. You gotta wear tinted lenses so that way you're not feeling nauseous or dealing with a whole bunch of pain. Like I get it. I totally get that, man. I'm on the same page as you. Your peg went back up, okay? I'm good. Quite long enough to brew a tincture that could spare you both a similar fate. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have ingredients to procure from the Shaded Bower. I think Gambler would be fun, but yes, I feel like I want Alchemist happening. It would be so much fun. Oh, poor Nana. Nana was like, wait, at least allow me to foot the bill. Like, that is very on par with scientists. And honestly, like, as a former teacher, I feel like that is totally, like how that guy reacted there is totally on par. It's like, oh, well, I can get back to work so long as I'm wearing these glasses. And, oh, let me get to work now, and runs off before making sure anybody can pay for it. Like he's probably over there being like, let me just buy this myself. And it's like, no, stop using your own money. Like, I totally get it. I get this guy. I get him. He makes sense to me. Just the fair side of that leaf has imbued me with untold mercantile stamina. Like lightning flashed my gill, and like a mountain grew my spoils. Like, he's so excited that he's like, oh yeah, like, I'll make sure this happens. Like, my guild just suddenly I can afford this. Oh my goodness. Now that I must gather my thoughts, a leafkin in question is troublesome stray and a flytrap possessed of vitality so great that it spouts forth with abundance from this very spot it has been shorn. Nice night, that's awesome. To get a whole page of inventory now, like, respect. That's awesome. Oh, we've got some epic music going on here for Herberin. Therefore, by thwarting its regenerative properties, we may cut this terror down to size, not only in metaphorical sense, but the literal. You two have living pieces of its tender floral flesh. Combined with my chosen ingredients, they should yield a distillation that will forestall the creature's recovery. Hermes, if he had therapy. Yes, I totally agree. Like, he may be eccentric, he may be a little extra and everything, but if Hermes just had therapy, I mean, it definitely helps making that connection that he looks like Hermes, you know? But yes, if Hermes had therapy, he may be eccentric and everything, but this is what would have came out if only he had had the therapy. The effects will be temporary, but a skilled hand needs only a few moments to know. Soak your scythe in Herbrin's bane and mow with all your might. What wonderful news. Can you imagine if the creatures were only susceptible to fire? An egg hunt through a field of ash would... is hardly what Jilly dreamed of. Well, yes, we don't want to be causing forest fires. Like, a forest fire is not exactly what we're going for here. Fire? Heavens forfend, my dear chicken. The fact that I keep calling her chicken just because of her glasses. The act of snipping in itself is transcendent communication, or so they say. To inhale the life breath of forest to welcome within one heart the bounties of land, to occasionally have one's eyes squinted with burning venom. These are the experiences we live for. Not to mention all the free samples of life, or of plant life, to be gained along the way. Were I not liable to kneel over at any moment, I would like nothing better than to slice the shrubbery by your side. However, I have every confidence that a brave adventurer such as yourself will succeed where I've failed. Right? It's like, just set old Credonia on fire. It'll be fine. We're just trying to get rid of some weeds. We could totally do it. I feel like that's totally fair night. Just going through the vault just to get vengeance on those knights. Like, respect. Totally makes sense to do that every once in a while. Like, we may have put years behind us, but, you know, you got to put them back in their places. Otherwise, they're likely to rise up again. Can't have that with them. Now let us commence. Make me the happiest man in the realm and bestow upon me your leaves. You would think he was getting married. Like, now give me the leaves. Yeah. Getting into where the nobles live, that'd be nice. Definitely fair, knight. Definitely fair. Just as oil dissolves oil, the extracts from this leaf shall counteract their own regenerative properties. Whereby this should be brought thusly, and that should be, yes, from all angles may the scythe strike true. And it's so cute, such a cute little scythe. He just fainted. He just fainted. I offer up my masterpiece, my soul, my well-lubricated garden scythe. They just really... We're back to having, like, we have the one guy again. In your hands, may it hack away our hardships. It's like there's prepare to meet the Reaper. You can leave the rest of me and exterminate. I mean, we have to go with the pun. There's no other option, really. Like, they may as well not have listed the other options. They may as well have just gone with exterminate. And said that's your only option. That is what you're going to yell. Of course, my character had to yell at Nanonos. Let's not get too carried away, shall we? Think of the children. Nonsense. Maybe don't hide the eggs in lethal fauna and stuff. Then we can think of the children. Oh my goodness. That would be totally awesome their night, having Xenos come by and go, I'm testing your reflexes. Oh my god. I mean, like, that, him screaming that, it just still echoes in my mind every once in a while. I don't even like Xenos, but of course, like, a test of your reflexes. But think of the children. We don't want Xeno showing up because no, just no to Xenos. No Xenos. Now that our garden scythe is equipped to cut back the fly traps, we are one step closer to reclaiming our arena. Rest assured, your efforts will be rewarded with exclusive hatching-tied gifts. But, do take care to avoid any squirting venom. Okay. Herber in the upright. He's no longer Herber in the gray. He's now Herber in the upright because now he's standing up and he's not laying on the ground. That's pretty dang good. I like it. I totally like it. I think that is a pretty dang good new name for you, Herberin. Herberin the Upright. Would like to join this sorting. Would like to join this sorting to observe the effects of his alchemical miracle, and so far as they can be observed with scaled eyeballs. Of course, let us watch Boba's work from a safe distance. Yes, please. Please. I don't want to be testing your reflexes, guys. Like, I mean, he just now became the upright. We don't want him being the flat on his back again. Like that, no. Like, stay a safe distance. Our arena is a fair walk from here, so I will have the dreamers arrange for a chocobo carriage. Come and find me when you're ready to depart. Did you all not think of the children and their short legs too when you put these... Excuse me. Like... Think about the children. I mean, think about how far they have to go just to find these dang eggs. Like, really? You have to arrange a chocobo carriage? Come on now. Unless you're, like, trying to make a chocobo carriage like a hayride or something like that, like... Alright, Nanata. Ready to clear our arena of troublesome sprigs and stalks? Just say the word, and an egg usher shall whisk us away. Alright, now I can participate in sprig cleaning. Yes, angry botanist vibes. Wield a special garden scythe to slay troublesome traps and retrieve Archon eggs. All classes and shops are eligible to participate in the sprig cleaning. Speak with the egg usher in Mikoto's amphitheater or the acorn orchard to travel to the arena. Alright, egg usher. Hello. Hello, egg usher. And you are wearing the excellent glasses. They are very excellent, Miss Egg Usher. When you are ready, I shall escort you to the egg arena. If I may provide any further assistance, do not hesitate to let me know. Well, yes, let me go there. Alright, in order to continue this quest, I must first clear 4 stages of sprig cleaning. And I may learn more about sprig cleaning by speaking to the egg usher. Alright, so I can learn about sprig cleaning, but I already know about sprig cleaning. I did do sprig cleaning a couple times on my main character, so we're just gonna dive right into it. With the angry scythe. There they are, those troublesome traps crowding our arena. Use the garden scythe Herberin prepared for us and start hacking away. Alright, let's do it. Whoops. Forgot 2 is dash and 1 is, AoE. Oh ho! Oh, resplendent beauty dude. I spy amongst the weeds. Bring to me its flesh. Bring it to me. Ah! A test of my reflexes. I totally messed that one up, but it's okay. It's okay. It's like I'm gonna lean a little bit back because I must have missed one. Okay. Ooh. It's the last area I need to trim. I know it's a lot to ask, but I have every faith in you. Oh no! I did not do a very good job of tidying this area up in a few hits. Okay, it's only gonna let me clean those 4 places. Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure, because I still had plenty of time on the timer. I wasn't sure if it was gonna let me continue going, but nope. Only lets you clear the first 4 the first time you go through, no matter how much time is left on the clock. Okay. That's fine. Alright, no. Magnificent work. Thanks to you, our Hatching Tide participants may search for eggs in safety and comfort. Indeed, my alchemical solution exceeded... I bit my tongue while I was trying to talk there. Ow. Indeed, my alchemical solution exceeded even my own expectations. You have delivered me a vision, a dream. Yeah, I would say your scythe did a better job than I did wielding it there, Herburn. I didn't do a great job wielding the scythe. My reflexes were not very good on that. Not to mention sprigs of a most terrible troublesome trap. How shall I probe? How shall stare? All without risk of what remains of my vision. Ho ho. Okay, sir. Well, I'm glad he seems pleased with the results. Go ahead and tell Jilly that our egg hunt may proceed as scheduled. Yes. Hello, Jilly. Hello, Miss Leopold. Hello. 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 I'm back. Alright. And 20 years later, they will actually proceed with the dialogue here. A dialogue that I can actually read out loud. Our arena was filled with leafkin. No wonder preparations were taking longer than expected. I am glad to hear the issue has been resolved and that everyone emerged unscathed. Not only did Boba clean up the sprigs and sprouts, she also managed to retrieve what eggs were lost to the foliage. We should be ready to hide the eggs anew and begin the festivities. Huzzah! I would like to thank the alchemist who was so crucial to the operation. Do you think Master Herburn is still Gardania? I mean, he seemed... I was like, he seemed pretty interested in all of the shrubbery, so I don't think he was going anywhere. And he's screaming, Eureka! What did you do? The man himself. You sounded, cheerful? You're chicken. Oh, hold on. Gotta mute my mic for a second. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a temper tantrum, so it was not she woke up on the wrong side of the crib today. Or, well, this afternoon from her nap. The fair chicken, cheerful, does not describe half of my mood. For Herburn the Peerless, we've gone from the great to the upright to the peerless. Okay. And he's made a discovery for the ages. Okay, care to elaborate? Sir Peerless? From the leafkin samples you provided me, I was able to concoct a regenerative ointment of my poor, blistered eyeballs. I am cured. Oh, yeah, I probably should have noticed. He, doesn't have those glasses on anymore. He now has the, excellent glasses on his head. Yay, he cured his eyes, which is good. His eyes are really pretty. Huzzah! My habit of sticking my face too close to my object of study has, at long last, served me well. For where once venom slashed, so too did an antidote. Yeah, see? Alchemists can have healing properties. So then we can have an alchemist be DPS, but then very much like how Summoner and Red Mage can have some heal type stuff. They might not be the strongest, but they can do like some fixing you could do that with alchemists. Like, give them an Asuna. Like, I feel like that would be good. All right, Herbert here is like, can you imagine how else we might manipulate the properties of these fantastic creatures? We could develop cures upon cures, devise agents upon agents. We are witness to a golden age of alchemy, rising resplendent from fields of fell leafkin. Therapy served him very well. Goodness, this must be what the eggs of my dream represented. Ugh. This must be what the eggs in my dream represented. The bright hopes of the future that this discovery portends. Huzzah! All right, what? Okay, I was like, what's he gonna do to these eggs? What's up with you, my oval comrades who spoke of destiny? My oval comrades. Sir, those are eggs. They're eggs. Like, you are familiar with the concept, sir, right? Had I but listened. Alas, Herberin has been a fool. Okay, what about Herberin? Why didn't you listen to the eggs? What did the eggs tell you? But no longer. I shall hereby heed the wisdom of the egg and continue my work with full faculties, all thanks to you. Okay. I'm getting great serpent vibes right now. Like, maybe there's some truth to everything, but he's like, I shall heed the wisdom of the egg. Sir, may I introduce you to the great serpent of Ronka? Thanks for the follow, Paranoid. I feel like he needs to look into the Great Serpent of Ronka. I think he would really bask in the greatness that is these serpents. You seem to possess a great application for the spirit of hatching tide, and also a pair of our promotional glasses. Yes, oh, these? These I wear not for protection against elementals, but as a reminder of the catalyst that changed my fate forevermore. Yes. And now, of course, we gotta have a nice jolly dance to go along with it. So happy he can see again. It does me proud to see Hatching Tide brings joy to one and all, and our celebrations have but scarcely begun. Boba, please accept these glasses as a token of our appreciation. You have more than earned them. Well, I should hope so. I helped this man get his vision back. And came to the realization that we need alchemists as a future job in this game. Like, I feel like we've made a lot of, like, really great contributions today. So, like, yes, give me those glasses. Thank you. Our dreamers will continue patrols of the arena, but we may well need some further trimming. Your assistance would be much appreciated and rewarded with special Hatching Tide gifts. Yeah, and he is still, like, we stopped looking at him and continued a different conversation. He's still just over there dancing away. He does not even care. Not a care in the world. Which, honestly, good for him. Therapy really did do him some good. You can participate in spring cleaning as many times as you wish by speaking with the egg ushers in Mikoto's amphitheater or the acorn orchard. Race against the clock as you slash away through endless stages of shrubbery, and aim for the highest score possible. You may earn special brilliant eggs by completing spring cleaning. Special brilliant eggs may be traded to the Dreamer of Mikoto's amphitheater for gear and items. You have unlocked the Egg Hunter Riggy minigame. To play minigames, open the toy chest found in any inn room. Some of those Some of those little mini games can be fun to play. Are a nice time killer. I really wish I could play them like from my phone or something. Like I feel like there probably is a way to play it from my phone, and I just am completely spacing it. All right, I need to use this fashion item because now I could go through and change it. Let's actually scale this window up a little bit. Scale that up a little bit further too. And the nice thing about these is you could change the color to be whatever you want. So I'm gonna do the, actually, let's see. There's gray, there's black. Let's see what the black looks like. Okay, that kind of might be a little too dark. That's my current look. Yeah, let's go with the bright purple ones. Those seem fun. But I could just go with the regular colorful ones because colorful ones have all the different colors, but then they have all kinds of different dyed versions. But I'm gonna go with the lovely purple. Lovely, lovely, lovely purple. Oh, so cute. So cute. All right. I totally need some of these other ones. And this would be the advocate that I would need to talk to get these other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I definitely need to get quite a few more, quite a few more of these eggs. So many of them. Oh my goodness. Oh, and there's scattered Archon eggs this year. I might need to get some of those. On my main character, that is. This one just needs more options for glasses because way too freaking cute. All right. Hello, Egg Usher. Yeah, that's a terrible high score. I need way more stuff. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Test of my reflexes. Let's see. Can I do a better job of my reflexes? So far, I would say that was better. Okay. That would be totally awesome, Mueller, if they had the scythe. Like, I feel like that is such a letdown that we don't have the scythe, because that scythe is absolutely adorable and gorgeous. Like, I love the glow on it. Like, even if I could only, like, use it as a botanist, and they said, no, you can't use it as Reaper, I feel like that would totally be fair. Huzzah. My reflexes were pretty solid on that one. Take that, Xenos. All right, next area. Doing good so far. I feel like I probably could have spaced myself out a little bit better on that one, but... Alright. Oh no, not the lag. Not lag. No. 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 Why? Why? Computer, your resources are not taken up so bad that you should be lagging right now. Why? Why you gotta do this to me? I know, I only have 1 minute remaining. Oh, where did I miss one? There it is. I was like, what the crap? Where is it? Why can't I move on? Couldn't even see that shrubbery. I know the Knights of Knee want that shrubbery, but I didn't see it. But they don't want me, or they don't want this shrubbery. They want this shrubbery to be gone. Goodbye, shrubbery. Let's get us more eggs. Alright. Whoops. Not the one I wanted. That was not my best performance on a room, but oh no, 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 oh no. Wipe out that whole room. No, no, no. Wrong button. No. Oh. That's good score. That was alright. That wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Alright, I can at least get one more pair of glasses, and then I could go unlock frontline. Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. So we've got... I'm gonna try them on from here. We've got... Ooh, hold on. Let's scale this window. It'd be massive, so we can really actually see it. We've got these big, giant-sized, gaudy flowers. It's not gonna lie. They're cute, but they might be a little too big for even my giant Lalafell head. I could be a chicken. Oh, let's Here, we're gonna do that. Okay. The chicken is pretty cute. Whoops, it's not what I want. The Spriggan version. The Spriggan is so cute, and honestly, you know, minus the whole purple party glasses there, I do think the Spriggan is actually a really, really good color with my outfit as it is. Yes, I love the Spriggan ones. They're so cute. And then we have this lovely, ooh, these egg ones. These slim frame eggy glasses. Those are cute. I like those ones too. That one I feel like I would... These ones... I feel like I would need to see... Oh, yeah, let's see. Okay, like depending on how these dyed, like those are cute. I feel like they're very subtle and probably better for like year-round stuff. I think for now, I'm gonna go with the slim. I don't want to get the regular ones. I want to get the ones that I don't have to... Let's see. Oh, I need to hide my... Oh, yep, there we go. Let's see. Thanks for joining, Leaful. Have a good one. Let's see. Okay, and then I can go with... Yes, big giant size black icky glasses. Big giant size ones. I like big giant size glasses. Yeah, see that purple just doesn't go. It's way too pink and bright and vibrant. But I guess I could go, the gray's a little bland. We're gonna go with black. Okay. Okay. All right. I think now might be a good time to potentially unlock some PvP. I'm trying to decide if my brain can handle unlocking that right now and actually doing any PvP, because I also haven't eaten all that much today. The only things that I've eaten were I had a couple bugles that my daughter decided that I needed to eat. Like she had them as a snack and she handed them to me and I was like, these are yours. Like, okay. I guess I'll take those. Let's see. Hello, Scarlet Lieutenant. Let the hunt begin. Oh, that's for hunt marks. Not what I'm looking for. Alright, pup no longer. That is the quest I am looking for, and you would get it from whichever grand company that you are pledged to. So I am Twin Adder in order to unlock it, so I would need to go to this fellow right here, this for sale, to unlock. Alright, listen well, Private Moki. The Order of the Twin Hour does not just welcome glory seekers willy-nilly into our ranks. Okay. You don't? I mean, I'm pretty sure when you recruited me to begin with, you were just like, hey, we need help right now. Go do this. So you kind of just recruited me willy-nilly without even filing my paperwork. So I feel like bullshit, sir. I feel like bullshit. But, you know, I don't make the rules, I guess. You stand here today because we believe in your potential. We believe that you will go forth as a serpent and restore order to a world gone mad. Okay. And yet potential alone will not carry you far. Indeed, the road of glory is littered with the bodies of would-be heroines who lack the determination and diligence to hone their innate talents. But you will not suffer the same fate. I am certain of it. It is with such high hopes for your future that I would send you to begin the next phase of your training. The venue shall be the Wolf's Den, a proving ground established by the Eorzean Alliance to prepare Grand Company recruits for the battles that lie ahead. The Wolf's Den is to be found just off the shores of Lenosha. The ferry at Morabit Docks in Lower Lenosha will grant you passage there. Upon your arrival, seek out Storm Captain Berkoya Losouthson. As I've said in past streams, I cannot pronounce Rodigan names for shit. I can't. I try. I can't do it very good. I've already taken the liberty of submitting a letter of recommendation on your behalf. Okay. Okay. So I need to go to the Wolf's Den. I'm not attuned to the Wolf's Den. And there is no connection from Limits of Lamenta straight to the Wolf's Den, but there is connection to running all the way to Morabit Docks, and then Morabit Docks is connected to the Wolf's Den. And unfortunately, because I didn't start in Limits of Lamenta, I don't have the Morabit Docks Aetheryte, so I need to go to Limits of Lamenta first, and then I can go to that area, run all the way down to Morabit Docks. But also, fortunately, I have a mount, so, you know, I can just summon my mount and ride my mount that way. So at least that helps. And to save me on some gil, I am going to use the airship landing. Alright, Mr. Ticketeer, let's go to Limits of Lamenta. Yes, we want to go there. Rather than spending 600 and something on gil to teleport there out of my 8,000 gil, we're just going to spend 120 of it. Sir. Yes. Take me to the Drowning Wench. And it should be in Lower Lenosha. Yes. Here, and go to Morabit Docks and then take the boat there. So right now I do have these specific themes for mounts enabled. If you go into character configuration, or I don't think it's character configuration, I think it's system configuration. On here you can change it, so I have play music when mounted. If you disable that, then you can hear that the sound changed. So I'm no longer playing the specific mount music. I am just playing the zone's regular music. So if there are mounts that you're like, I really like this mount, but I don't like its music, you could just toggle that off, and that way you don't have to listen to that particular mount's music if you don't want to. Some mounts, I will say, have some absolutely fantastic music though. So I don't necessarily always recommend doing that. It's just, it can be nice. And other things that you can do is if you go into your character configuration and go into your UI settings. So I'm going to open up my map so we can see my map here. Right now my map is not very transparent. You can raise this so that way as you're moving, the map becomes more transparent, so you can see where you're going a little bit better, but also still have like a slight overlay with the map, which can be really, really nice. I'm going to mute myself again for a second. There we go. Before I go to, that would be nice if you could change it individually based upon mounts, because like some mounts, I don't necessarily care for their song. Other mounts, I love their song. And I would love to listen to them all the time. But they just don't let you do it based upon mounts. It's kind of a global thing. It'd be so nice if it wasn't global, though. Here we go. Here's the dock that I need. We need to talk to this ferry skipper here. Hello. Hello. This skiff is bound for the Wolves' Den. Might you care to join us? Yes, I do. Take me to the Wolves' Den. Totally doesn't sound like a dangerous place that someone who looks like a toddler should be going to. So something about PvP is that all of your stats are different than what they are outside of PvP. So you can see that my HP, it looks like I took a whole bunch of damage. It's actually just because I went into PvP. So regular world, I have a lot less HP at level 30 as compared to going into the Wolves' Den. I have a lot more HP. It doesn't matter what your level is in PvP as to what abilities you have, their potency, or any of that stuff. So that's also something that's very, very different as compared to the open world. Open world, your level matters, whereas PvP, if you're level 30, that's what matters. And you get different abilities, so you would need to set up your specific abilities based upon PvP mode. And you'll notice that there are actually significantly fewer abilities in PvP, especially in-game, as compared to what there is in the open world. Alright. Berkia. Hello, sir. I don't recall seeing your ugly mug around here before. I went from being beautiful to that creep to being ugly to this guy. Okay. Okay, sir. Alright. Thanks. You say Hulwa sent he? Yes. He said he was sending a new wolf to the den. Bah, more like a runt of the litter if you ask me. Hey, sir. 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 I mean, I'm not as blindsided by the short joke as I was with Mother, but you're really going to be poking fun at my height, sir. 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 Right? There's no winning. It's either I'm beautiful or I'm ugly and I'm short and I'm just a runt. Like, what the crap, sir? Get another moment where I need to level up my rogue so I can have the stabby stabs. Go all Tonberry on him. You barely have fangs for the honing, but I guess I'm feeling goddamn generous, so I'll throw ye a bone. Start yourself off with crystalline conflict. Them training bouts are made special for factless adventurer types who can't tell sound strategy from a horse's arse. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. From my experience with crystalline conflict, he ain't wrong. I still reckon you won't be It won't be dawn before you run home with your tail between your legs crying for your mom. But you can have a word with Lieutenant Gunji Zalunji. Gunji Zalunji. If you insist on giving it a go, you'll find him outside, assuming you can work up the nerve. A fellow Lalafell? Like, you made short jokes at me, sir. And now you want me to go talk to a fellow Lalafell. Ugh. Okay. Stand up straight, maggot. This ain't no place for the weak of spine. Dismissed. Okay. PvP is unlocked. Gotta unlock that PvP so that way I have the daily frontline unlocked so that way I can get extra experience leveling up those other jobs outside of MSQ and everything. And you also unlock Crystalline Conflict. Crystalline Conflict is different than Frontlines. You're in smaller teams, a lot more focus and everything like that. And there are goals and objectives, but especially if you do that unranked, it tends to be a little chaotic. Not as chaotic as Frontline, but you know, still all fun and good. And then he said, go talk to where is? There's Gunshi Zalunji. I was like, excuse me. Who was I supposed to talk to? Hello. You look to be spoiled for a fight, newcomer. Not that I blame you. Most everyone the captain sends my way is. Yeah, see? Like, made short joke. Wait. Hold up a minute. Hold up. So, in Limbs and Lamenta, they cannot be bothered to provide regular accommodations for Lalafells. But as soon as you have someone amongst your ranks, you can provide him accommodations? What the crap? Where were my accommodations when I was going to the bar? What is this? Why does he have a stool? Why don't I have a stool? Why don't I have a stool to stand on? This isn't fair. This is not fair. I demand to speak to whoever's in charge. This is not okay. What the crap? Unacceptable. Unacceptable treatments of Lalafells, and I will not stand for this. We need to have accommodations for us. Give me a damn stool to stand on. I should have stood on the box over here, I guess. There's not even a place to sit at the damn tables. Like, what the hell? You do well to vent some of that pent-up rage in a match of three of Crystalline Conflict. It's the latest, greatest, and most exciting tactical training you'll find this side of the front lines. You may think me biased, given that I'm the one who came up with the rules, but nothing could be further from the truth. We received countless calls to add more strategic elements to our training skirmishes. You see, and I simply put the entirety of my considerable skill toward answering them. Crystalline Conflict matches challenge you to maintain control over all important freight, which you must support safely to a designated location amid the heat of battle. I even designed special arenas replete with magic mechanisms to keep you on your toes. If that piques your interest, my first recommendation is that you learn the rules in their entirety, lest you be pulverized the moment you step onto the field. But fear not, I am more than happy to discuss them anytime. Alright, sir. Alright. And now we get a little bit of a preview of Crystalline Conflict. And this is just one of the particular maps. There are various different maps for Crystalline Conflict. But yeah, they're 5v5 bouts. A little bit more reminiscent of what you see in some of the other games. Crystalline Conflict allows you to take part in small-scale 5v5 tactical skirmishes. It can be accessed via the PvP section in the Duty Finder. Alright, and that's all he has. So he just kind of explains a little bit of what it is. And then there's also the Rival Wings. How However, I will say in general, it can be hard to get into rival wings. It's best with that one. In my Discord server, my Fluxer server, there is information about PvP, but there is a Discord server that is PvP specific, and they go into scheduling some different things for rival wings for those who are wanting to get various rival wing achievements and things like that, because there are things blocked behind rival wings. However, it's just not participated as much as like frontlines, where you see people actually doing their daily frontline and trying to get that experience and everything. And there are all kinds of nice rewards. At some point, it'd be nice to get those rewards for little Boba here, but I'm not super focused or worried about it at the moment. I wanted to make sure I could get it unlocked. The main thing about being able to do your daily frontline, actually looks like I don't have my daily frontline. But the nice thing about having daily frontline is that you get like half a level of experience for doing your daily frontline, and that amount of experience does scale. So like if you're level 99 and you do a daily frontline, you still get half a level of experience. So it's absolutely wonderful, fantastic. I do love doing that, and it's nothing that is too scary in my opinion. Like it can seem intimidating at first, but overall with frontline, there are 72 people on the map. They're probably not super focused on one particular person and trying to pick on them or anything like that. Let's see. I am for now going to go back to Gridania. Going to use return to go back to Gridania. Because I do only have a limited time left, I am going to do a couple more rounds of getting rid of the shrubbery, so that way I can make some progress on the glasses, because I do want to make sure that I get those glasses for this character, and as I work on getting those glasses, I am just going to chat. So for Tuesday, as I said, I am getting a new mic, so I should sound better by Tuesday, because that mic should be in tomorrow, so long as nothing gets delayed. And it is a microphone that with Linux, it should be plug and play. I probably will make adjustments just because, you know, mics need adjusting to whomever is using it. Just makes the most sense to have that happen, as opposed to just plug and play and just going with what the defaults are. It's not quite like keyboard where it's like, you know, it's somebody pressing keys. A microphone, people have different pitches and all that stuff, so there's probably going to be some tuning that's going to be necessary. But it is much more friendly with Linux as compared to my Blue Yeti. Especially the older Blue Yetis like what I have just don't play super well with Linux. Nowadays they claim that they are plug and play, but there are some people that still have issues with the newer Linux microphones. Whereas with AT doesn't necessarily have those issues. It's actually one of the brands that is much better with Linux, so that should definitely improve my sound quality. Some of my other hardware and stuff, like my keyboard, the only things I really customized on my keyboard was lighting, and that is saved on the keyboard itself, even though my HyperX stuff, I can't get the HyperX software on my Linux machine. All of those settings saved on the keyboard itself, so if I plug it into my Windows laptop and then bring it over to my PC, you know, it is what it is. Or I could always get a third-party software for changing the RGB values. Similar for my Logitech mouse. There was some settings that I did have to install something for updating my Linux mouse, or not my Linux mouse, my Logitech mouse for Linux, but updating that wasn't too terribly bad. Because there is some third-party software that works with my mouse in place of the Logitech G Hub. So at the very least, that was still nice to have. It's just like with the microphone, though, because I don't have the Logitech G Hub and this third-party software that I have for my mouse isn't meant for a microphone, I didn't have that option with it. So I definitely have to replace it. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's... I know, like, for instance, Euler, like, I know in particular you were interested in how some of my games play. I haven't had a chance to test some of my other games on this PC quite yet. But as I said, like as far as the Steam games go, I'm not too terribly stressed on them because most of my games, like I have a Steam Deck, so because they play well with Proton, it should be okay. And even if they don't, a lot of the games nowadays, a lot of them have a Linux version that I could just uninstall the Windows version and reinstall the Linux version. But in the cases that they don't, whoops, that was the wrong button. In the cases that they don't, I could always just run with Proton, and those should port over just fine. But even like my controller, I have an 8BitDo controller for playing some of those games, and my 8BitDo controller works really well on Linux. It was definitely plug and play. I didn't need to do anything extra with it. Now I do have buttons on the back that I haven't tested those out because I haven't programmed them to anything. But because of how Steam has all of their has all their configurations, all that stuff for their controller, there should be software out there that I could easily get a hold of and be able to mess with my settings and everything. I am gonna go ahead and stream just a little bit early because my daughter is needing just a few things. But as usual, I do want to thank you all so much for your patience. I know, especially these last few weeks, I haven't been around nearly as much because I've been so focused on getting everything fixed up with my computer and getting it all set up with Linux and everything. But we should be good now. If you're not already in my Fluxer server, that's totally fair, Euler. With Final Fantasy 14, as I note, I noted a few things in the Discord server, and I'd be happy to chat more about it on the Discord server. I just, with the rules and stuff, I can't chat about some of the specifics in stream. But yes, thank you all so much these last few weeks for your patience. I really do appreciate all the patience you all have had these last few weeks. I do have quite a bit of content planned out, and if you oh wow, that was actually a really awesome score. If you haven't joined the Fluxer Discord server's Discord, I don't have invites active at the moment, but if you have not joined the Fluxer server, you should be able to type !Fluxer in the chat, and there will be an invite link there that will appear in the chat as a message. But anyhow, have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your weekend. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will be back on Tuesday, likely with my main character working more on doing the variant dungeons and her paths on that, because we repeated pretty much every path that she's done already the other day, so gotta do some more different paths. Anyhow, have a wonderful day, everybody.